bring in Amie Parnes, a senior political correspondent with our partner, The Hill. It is good to have you here with us. Amie, the focus at one time of the country really was Epstein and the Epstein files. In this moment, the nation is laser focused on the war in Iran. Why are we hearing this statement from the First Lady today?
That's what's so surprising, Natasha, I think, because for a while, the White House obviously did not want to put any attention on this. And now it's suddenly becoming a story. It's quieted down in recent weeks, actually. So it is quite shocking that the First Lady would talk about it. But clearly she was bothered by what has been said about her, what has been said about her online, the photos that have been put about online. And so I think this is why she felt the need. But it is a very rare thing. She does not like to get involved in politics. She has made efforts not to do that in recent years. And so I think this is a huge moment for her. And, you know, what's interesting, too, is that Democrats have been wanting to hear from her. Let's not forget Hillary Clinton was out giving her deposition several weeks back. And a lot of Democrats at the time were saying, well, if Hillary Clinton is being called upon, why can't Melania Trump actually say something? She is the First Lady. And so that's what she, I guess, wanted to put out there.
You know, we heard the First Lady saying, quote, to be clear, I never had a relationship with Epstein or his accomplice, Maxwell. She says, my email reply to Maxwell cannot be categorized as anything more than a casual correspondence. Can you clue us in? Let us know specifically, what is she referring to here? What is she defending against?
I mean, there have been emails that show, an email that shows her correspondence with Maxwell. There are photos of her standing right next to Maxwell, photos of her with Jeffrey Epstein. So I'm sure the collective email plus photos have been kind of on her mind. And I guess that's why she wanted to come out there and make a statement. We haven't heard from her on this. We've heard from the president a little bit on this, but, this is a very intentional move. Obviously, she wanted to do this. I'm just curious to see what the West Wing will inevitably say about this and why they wanted to put her out there.
Absolutely. Libby Dean from the White House just a moment ago saying this was pretty shocking. I want to take a listen together. This is some of what the First Lady just had to say.
I never been friends with Epstein. Donald and I were invited to the same parties as Epstein from time to time, since overlapping in social circles is common in New York City and Palm Beach. To be clear, I never had a relationship with Epstein or his accomplice, Maxwell. My email reply to Maxwell cannot be categorized as anything more than casual correspondence. My polite reply to her email doesn't amount to anything more than a trivial note. I am not Epstein's victim. Epstein did not introduce me to Donald Trump.
Okay, so I want to talk about this. She also mentions by name Daily Beast. She says James Carville's name. She talks about HarperCollins UK. She says that now is the time for Congress to act. What action are you expecting to come out of the White House and this administration? What do you expect happens next?
Well, this is something that Republicans also want out there, Natasha. I mean, it's something that has plagued the party. The House Speaker adjourned the House last summer to sort of avoid this, but it has been something that has plagued the White House. Instead of them kind of coming out and getting ahead of the story, it has dogged them for months. And I think that what we're seeing right now is the First Lady kind of, expressing her own frustration with this story about how she's been dragged into it because she doesn't do these things unintentionally, obviously.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.